Today I want to talk about 6 things that I no longer struggle with since changing what I eat. Actually, it's been pretty life-changing, the shifts and changes that have happened within my body with just changing what I eat. And these changes have probably happened within the last 13 years. I first gave up dairy, and then I gave up meat, and now I pretty much am plant-based. I'm kind of high raw, plant-based. And the first one was I have no more acne. I used to struggle with acne hardcore. Like, my face was so bad at one point I was unrecognizable. It was really something that I struggled with, and it was actually like really, really bad around the time that I got married, and it was hard to go through, and as a teenager too. But that's a whole other thing. I also don't really have any more dry skin. I'm from the Midwest, and the hint of like coolness in the air, my hands would dry. I had dry elbows, dry heels, like my fingers would crack. And I do live in a more humid climate now, which does help. But even my last years of living in Illinois, like my feet didn't crack anymore. Like I remember I used to take off my yoga pants and like flakes would fly everywhere, and I just don't struggle with that anymore. The next thing that I don't really struggle with anymore, I'm still human, let's not forget that, but I don't really get in bad moods. I don't really have mood swings anymore. I really don't. And I remember, like, I know just eating junk food on the weekends and stuff, like it would start to get to me, and I would just it would make me crabby. And I know food did control my moods. Whatever I was eating, it was not serving me, and it wasn't serving my mood. And I really don't struggle with that. Yes, I am a female, and occasionally I do have like a day where I might get cranky when I'm around my cycle, but I really, even with my cycle, don't get crabby on the monthly or anything. And I know that's from my diet. Let's see, the next one is when I stopped eating meat, I felt kinder. I really honestly felt kinder, and I thought I was kind of crazy, but I have now heard other people say the same thing and heard studies of this as well, because I'm not eating anything that was killed or died or had the cortisol and the adrenaline like shooting through its body at its time of death. And I don't know, but I seriously feel like a kinder person, and since then I've kind of had it validated, so I feel kinder from changing my diet. I also don't really struggle with bad digestion. I used to have IBS with constipation. Like, I was a hot mess. And again, like, I still have things that might pop up here and there, but not really like I used to. Like, it used to be unpleasant to deal with, and now I'm very regular and I'm happy, and I'm going to keep it that way. And the last thing is that I just overall feel like ease in my body. I remember, like, back in the day, I used to touch my stomach a lot. Like, I'd check myself out in the mirror, and I just like felt like I didn't feel easeful in my body, and it always like bothered me. And now I don't even own a scale. I never check my body in the mirror. Like, I don't care. Like, it's something that I used to obsess about, like, and it would bother me, and do I look okay? And now I have such an ease that it's just so different, and it's so freeing. And the 6 things that I just listed, 100%, it just was a change of what I put in my mouth.